How the dynamic island on iPhones could be more functional in future iPhones. The iPhone 14 Pro models introduced a new feature that changed the way users interact with their devices, the dynamic island. This is an interactive notch that surrounds the iPhone's front camera and Face ID sensor, and doubles as a hub for alerts, notifications, and app shortcuts. It can also change in appearance depending on the context and content displayed. The dynamic island is exclusive to the iPhone 14 Pro models, but it could become more widely available and functional in future iPhones. Here are some ways that Apple could improve and expand this innovative feature. Make it available on all iPhone models. The dynamic island is currently limited to the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max models, which means that users of the standard iPhone 14 models still have to deal with the same notch as before. This creates a disparity between different iPhone users and limits the potential of this feature. Apple could make the dynamic island available on all iPhone models by adopting a similar pill-shaped cutout design for all devices, or by using an under-display camera technology that would eliminate the need for any cutout at all. This would make the dynamic island more accessible and consistent across all iPhones. Add more customization options. The dynamic island is integrated throughout iOS 16 and can work with all kinds of apps to seamlessly surface what users need, right when they need it. However, some users might want more control over what they see and how they interact with it. Apple could add more customization options for the dynamic island, such as allowing users to choose which apps or activities they want to see in it, how often they want to see them, and how they want them to look. For example, some users might prefer a minimalist style with only icons or symbols, while others might want more detailed information or animations. Integrate it with other Apple products and services. The dynamic island is not only useful for displaying information on the iPhone itself, but also for connecting with other Apple products and services. For example, it can show Apple Pay transaction confirmations, AirPods connection status and battery life, car key locking, unlocking, AirPlay connections, SharePlay sessions, etc. Apple could integrate the dynamic island with more of its products and services, such as Apple Watch unlocking, which was rumored but not implemented, Siri suggestions, which could be displayed as icons or widgets, iCloud syncing, which could show progress or status, etc. This would make the dynamic island more versatile and useful for enhancing user experience across different devices. Enhance its interactivity. The dynamic island is not only a display output but also an input device. Users can tap or long press it to switch into associated apps or bring up widgets containing controls or actions. For example, they can tap it to answer incoming calls or access turn-by-turn directions. They can long press it to pause, play music, or adjust timers. Apple could enhance its interactivity by adding more gestures or feedback mechanisms for interacting with it. For example, they could add swipe gestures to dismiss notifications or switch between multiple background activities. They could add haptic feedback to confirm actions or indicate errors. They could add voice commands to activate certain functions or ask questions. Conclusion. The dynamic island is one of the most innovative features of the iPhone 14 Pro models that offers a new way of interacting with information and activities on their devices. It has many potential applications and benefits for users who want to stay informed and productive without being distracted by cluttered screens. However, there is still room for improvement and expansion of this feature in future iPhones. By making it available on all models, adding more customization options, integrating it with other products and services, enhancing its interactivity, Apple could make this feature even more functional and enjoyable for its customers.